I said if I ever meet him, I just want to tell him how cute he is, how soothing and relaxing, and like there's something very this is the invisible ingredient in like everything in art is, did the person care, right? Like I don't care how skilled and crafted, whatever, like did the person care? And like when you do stuff in your voice, the tone, the frequency that's hitting my soul is like, oh, I don't know everything that guy's saying. He's using some big words, but I feel like he cares. And so I said, if I ever meet you, and I know a little bit from us talking on the phone, but I don't know your whole backstory. But I'm like, also I project a lot and I make a lot of assumptions, which that's a defect that I'm working on. But I just wanted to say, like, even though you had a horrific, traumatic childhood, like the fact that you're here, you're alive, and that you're doing all this good stuff, it makes me emotional because I'm like, I don't even know you, and I appreciate what you're doing, and you're still a little bit immature, but progress, not perfection, right? So I think that's it for now, but I just wanted to tell you all that because I feel that way about you, and I'm a big, sometimes you feel stuff and you're like, I'll text it to them or maybe I'll, and I just go, no, if I feel that, I just want to, especially if it's love and positivity. I know I started by telling you how much I hate your decor and your interior decorating, but it's because I like you. Like I wouldn't, if I'm like, I don't give a shit about this guy and I don't want a relationship with, I would never say anything. But I'm like, I don't know what the science behind it, but being surrounded by this much black cannot be good, right? It can't, like, just we're walking into a black hole right now. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that's what I wanted to say.
Oh man. Well, I'll take that in. Thank you. A lot there. Thank you.
Were you able to take it in?
Yeah, I was able to take in some of that.
All right.
It's interesting when you call me Andy. It's a different part of my persona, just because that names carry a lot.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for that. I'm gonna take that in, and I get this little voice in my head that's saying, I want to be very clear. I had some rough aspects of my childhood. I've made good amends with my parents, so we're good now. I say that to for all the reasons people can assume. But here's the thing: I knew somehow that we'd eventually cross paths. I just didn't know when. So you say the telepathy thing. For me, I was a postdoc at Stanford. That comes after PhD. You do like 5 years. It's kind of like a residency. And I'm from the South Bay. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to go back to the South Bay because, as you know, no disrespect to the South Bay, a lot of interesting things come out of there, but it was pretty devoid of the things that I like, which normally are in cities like art, live music. It used to be like that. Grateful Dead were in Palo Alto. I saw Fugazi play at the Edge on California Avenue. There was a lot of interesting things about Palo Alto, but it became very right angles when the tech industry really exploded there. And in 2007, when I was a postdoc, was when you were muraling at Facebook. I learned that later.
Yeah.
But that was a time when I was back there for my science career, and I was pretty miserable being close to home again, honestly. I didn't want to ever go back there for a while. It was not healing. But when I learned your story about muraling at Facebook and some of that, I was like, oh, there was at least one other person here who was like in the kind of spiritual, emotional fight with what the South Bay is. And then I realized that I heard an interview with Ian MacKay from Minor Threat. And it turns out he had been in Palo Alto because his dad was an academic or something like that.
Of course.
And he had skated some of the same ditches we had. And so there's a history of people being really frustrated with being there.
Really good Vietnamese food.
And is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, in Palo Alto or the South Bay?
Yeah, South Bay.
Castro Street, Mountain View. Yeah. And it's changed a lot. But take me back to 2007. I don't know how you feel about historical stuff.
Okay, so I'm definitely down to time travel and time jump and all that. But because I'm older, I'm 49, and my attention span is just completely fried. I'll just say right now, I'm gonna get a lot of dates wrong. Like I'm not like things. People are like, that's, like
2007 was when the Facebook offices were what kids from the South Bay call the neck of University Avenue, right before it goes under the train tracks. As soon as you're on the other side of the train tracks, Caltrain, it becomes Palm Drive, and it's up to Stanford. And
Okay.
so those offices now are Palantir,
Yeah.
which catches a lot of heat for other reasons.
Yeah.
But those offices, right as you go under the train tracks, for us, there was a curb cut right there, and there was a board slide thing. And so for the skateboarders, it was one thing, but then that was Facebook offices. And years later, I heard David Cho was muralling at Facebook. So how did that come to be?
I'm gonna be like very sloppy, like I said, and it's maybe some of the stuff because sometimes it's the way I treat talking and journalism and podcasts is like it's like a story in my own head. Someone else is like, just shut the fuck up and answer the question, right? But like for me, when I paint, I don't sketch. I go straight to a finish, so sometimes I'm figuring out what I'm trying to tell you because you asked me a question that's very direct, but the way it went into my head was very abstract because if you let me do a little paint mixing, I hope I'll answer your question. But do you know Pee Wee? Like I'm wearing it today. Do you know Pee Wee's Playhouse?
I knew. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I met him actually once.
Paul Rubens?
Yeah, at a photo show of Mike Muller and Sage, who draws butterflies on Mike Muller's sharks and animals.
Oh.
And Pee Wee Herman in his thing, in his suit, the whole thing, walked up. Laird Hamilton was there.
Nice.
And he walks up to Laird Hamilton. There are a bunch of people around. Everyone's trying to get to Laird. Laird. Laird's like this was 2017, and it was in West Hollywood. And Pee Wee Herman walks up and he goes, "I have to meet you." And Laird's like, and the best thing is Laird just goes, "Oh, hello, what's your name?" Like typical Laird. Like Laird's a real gentleman, always, And
he didn't know who Pee Wee Herman was?
And I couldn't tell if he knew or not.
God.
And he's like, "I've always wanted to meet you," this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way. And he had the whole thing, like the shiny lips and the thing. And I was like, that's Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, I'm definitely going to have to tell you my Pee Wee Herman story at some point.
I'd like to take a quick break and acknowledge our sponsor, 8 Sleep. 8 Sleep makes smart mattress covers with cooling, heating, and sleep tracking capacity. One of the best ways to ensure you get a great night's sleep is to make sure that the temperature of your sleeping environment is correct. And that's because in order to fall asleep and stay deeply asleep, your body temperature actually has to drop by about 1 to 3 degrees. And in order to wake up feeling refreshed and energized, your body temperature actually has to increase by about 1 to 3 degrees. 8 Sleep automatically regulates the temperature of your bed throughout the night according to your unique needs.